Okay, hi folks, welcome to the Money Mental UK YouTube channel. I'm your host Andrew, part-time eBay and Depop reseller, mental health advocate, and today I've got something extra special for you on today's live. I've got Bradley and Maria here from Zipsale, which is a new company here in the UK that is set up to cross-post listings across multiple different marketplaces, so that you can get your stock, your inventory out there as quickly as possible on as many different platforms as possible to as many different potential customers as possible. Hopefully I've summed that up really quickly in a sentence there. We're hoping to do a live Q&A, show you the Zipsale tool as well, talk a bit about how it came to be. Got some questions that people on social media have been feeding in today as well. And I know we've got some people here already in the side chat that are watching that have also got some questions they'd like to ask. They're just busy saying hello to everyone at the minute. Yeah, I think if I introduce you both to the viewers, Maria, if I start off with yourself.
Yep. So hi everybody who's watching right now. I hope you will love, one day you will love Zipsale. So I'm Maria. I'm one of the founders of Zipsale. It's a multi-channel cross-posting solution for resellers, vintage shops, charity shops. So we're building the system, which is really, really tough. And Andrew knows that because he's one of our early birds, a lot of bugs. And you obviously, those of you who sell on multiple marketplaces, you obviously know that those forms, they're very different, and we try to map them and match them. So this is not an easy job, but pretty much we are nearly there. So I hope you will enjoy it one day.
Thank you, Maria. And Bradley.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thanks for taking the time. So yeah, I along with Maria have joined recently to help on the commercial side. Really excited about the space. And yeah, the product has come on leaps and bounds. I think, Andrew, as you probably know more than anyone. So yeah, really pleased to share this evening with yourselves. Hoping to answer any questions. And yeah, hopefully you guys after tonight can sign up, try it out, and give us your feedback.
Cool, excellent. So I don't know if you guys wanted to start with me actually doing a listing on Zipsale first of all, just while we give people a chance to come in and join and get ready with any questions they've got. I think why not get the tool actually up and used, and then we can come on to some of the questions, etc., that people have got. That sounds okay with you two?
Yeah. Perfect.
Yeah, I already feel embarrassed, but I hope there won't be any bugs. But it will be good.
It'll be fine. I've got a couple of items that I can pop on there and show people how easy it is, and we can talk about how I'd cross-list it to other platforms as well. So I'm going to put the screen share on. So you guys should be in the corner now, and this should be showing what's on my screen at the minute. Hopefully I haven't got the sound on. I haven't. So cool. So we've got Zipsale, which is the Zipsale website, which is just here. As you can see, it talks about being a tool for cross-posting second-hand items, etc. Talks about some of the marketplaces there. I know you've got big plans for doing, pretty much every marketplace that exists at the minute, starting off with eBay, Etsy, etc. And Shopify, and bringing on Depop. And then we've got things like Facebook Marketplace, etc., scheduled to come on later. But if you want to sign up to it, folks, there's a sign up button here where you can obviously give your details. We won't go through that process because I'm already a member. So I would be clicking on the sign in button, going into the sign in, and this is the screen I would get. I've got my various different marketplaces connected. If I want to create an item, I can go to my items here. Let's create a new item. I've got a t-shirt that I'm ready to list. Here we go. Get some images up. We'll just find where I've saved them.
Hey, Andrew, can I comment along your listing as well?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so guys, for those who use mobile, you can obviously list your photos and save your items and save your forms as draft, and continue on web if it's convenient for you. So at any point of your listing journey, you can save a draft. It's our recent development, actually.
Yeah, that's normally how I do it. I've just gone a bit different today because I obviously wanted to put it all on the screen, but normally because I use a photo editing app on my mobile when I'm taking pictures. That's normally what I use as well. But yeah, this is.
Oh, nice.
So I've already got my title copied, ready just to cut and paste in because save a bit of time. Nobody wants to watch me doing one finger typing. Select our category here, which is clothing. Subcategory men. Men's clothing.
You actually can type in the field, so it will be pre-filled.
Item has been created successfully. So that should now show in my items.
Yeah.
There it is. So you can see it here. Now you've got various options along here. Normally you'd have Etsy, Depop, etc. appearing here. You just click the option to go through and list it.
You need to go in order to Etsy appear. You need to go and connect it as well. So then you can list to both.
But because I haven't connected my Etsy account at the minute, because I've lost my password to that, I've just got my eBay item up there. I've got a shipping profile already set up. So if you're using business policies, that's all pre-populated. Handling time, which is 2 days. I've got a payment profile again already set up in my business policies within eBay, which is set up there, and I've already got a returns policy set up. So if I click on save and list to eBay now, I've missed out the condition, which is used. So it's nicely told me that, and that should. Oh, hang on. This tells me all the things that I've not put in. So where am I? I've done the edit. Go to eBay to edit the details for that. Images are in there, titles in there, batteries in there, condition is in there. All the stuff is in there.
And you don't have optional and additional required fields. It might be that we are changing our structure. I don't know why it should be today, but usually after the return details, it goes to additional required fields, and then you can fill it out if it is something that is required or optional, what you want to add, and that's it. And you just press listing and it will be listed to multiple marketplaces, like to eBay, and then you go to Etsy and just fill out the shipping and a payment profile, and it will be there.
So normally there's more stuff in the schema, as you say, but it's not popped up there because of development work. So should mention that this is still a tool that we're very much working on testing and developing, etc. But normally that item would now be listed on eBay. and as Maria says, I would then click a couple more buttons. It'll be on Etsy, and as soon as Depop comes on board, again, a couple more clicks, and it's listed there. So normally it's a lot quicker than going through cross-listing stuff, creating an individual listing on each platform for each item, filling in the specifics that that platform requires 3 or 4 times, which are always a bit different. But yeah, the user interface is looking a lot better than it was when we first started as well. It's nice, simple, clean. Yeah. Takes you through in a logical process the bits that you've got to fill out. So your condition, your title, your description of the item. Starts off with your photos. It goes up. Is it set up mainly for clothes? No, Kathy, it's just because I had clothing to hand. That's the main stuff that I list. So, but you'll be able to list anything across any category within eBay, Etsy, etc. I know there's a lot of work being done by the development team in matching categories, because the categories on Etsy aren't necessarily the same as the ones on eBay. Depop's a lot easier because they don't bother so much with as many categories. It's just like it's a t-shirt, that's basically it. Mm-hmm. So it's quite a simple, straightforward process to go through normally when it's fully working and in play. But yeah, that was it. People are certainly liking the way that it looks. The interface for it is really slick and smooth.
Yeah, we just tested today the integration with Depop, which is fantastic. We managed to list the first item, I think, is as you saw in the WhatsApp channel. So that's really exciting, and we know Depop seems to be a really big one that most people want to engage with. It'll be nice, Andrew, if you could ask, in the audience, what other marketplaces people really look for or list on, because it obviously it fundamentally, I guess, directs us with the product. In terms of getting those marketplaces listed.
Well, you've already got a demand from Carby Chris here. He wants to know when Depop and Vinted are going to be ready to go. So there's certainly 2 marketplaces there that I know people have already been asking about. There were 4 main marketplaces that were mentioned today to me by people, which was Amazon, Depop, Vinted, and Facebook Marketplace.
So actually, Depop will be released next week for our early adopters, because we have a group of people who are resellers or owners of vintage shops, and they will test it internally. And if everything is fine, then we will release it to the audience, and you can try it out. And after Depop, we are doing Facebook Marketplace. And after Facebook Marketplace, it will, Shpock is, almost every marketplace that are on our website, we are thinking to add, but it takes time. Sometimes it takes a month, sometimes it takes 2 weeks, and etc. So yeah, it will be there. And this summer, I hope that we will add up to 3 main and the most popular marketplaces.
Cool. Anna's also asking about Shpock. I can't say it properly. I mean,
we actually had a meeting with Shpock. They are interested in working with us as well. And it will depend, obviously, on the demand from you guys. Like at the moment, we see that most of you are looking for Depop, Vinted, Facebook Marketplace, cross-posting. Shpock is less popular, I would say. But if we see that the demand is rising, we obviously will add this.
We've got a vote for Amazon as well here from Tea Cakes, which is Dave. I know there's quite a few people. I put a post in the UK reselling group, which is like the largest Facebook reselling sort of community group, and Amazon definitely got a couple of mentions there. I think people find that the Amazon listing process is time consuming, and then the eBay one time consuming as well, and they want to, basically something that actually at least halves that time if possible. So there were a couple of other questions we had further up in the chat, so I'll just go to those first before we come to some of the pre-prepared ones that have been asked. There's a question about where the development team is based. I think they wanted to know whether they were local or not, which was from Adore and Cure.
We actually have a development team all around the world. We have people in Russia. We have people even in Japan. So we have people in the UK as well. It is remotely remote team at the moment, and all of us who are involved in Zipsale's operations, they're like placed in different countries. So for example, our customer success manager, she's from Northern Ireland. So we are remote team.
So it's like a truly global operation. Potentially it could, you could be looking past the UK in the future, but unless I get too overexcited, but that's I'm sure there could be some global expansion opportunities there if it all goes well. Anna's saying it looks like it's going to make life a lot easier and save a lot of time. I certainly would agree with that. It really is.
We hope so. We hope so.
Yes.
If you know your keywords, etc., that you want to put in your title and your description, you can just cut and paste stuff across like I did in seconds, without even having to go to huge effort of researching and thinking what's the best way to phrase this, etc. It'll all come across. I have certainly, when I'm listing stuff, I have standard wording, phrases, etc. I use, so I just cut and paste it into Zipsale, and it's there. It's done. It takes 2 seconds. We had a couple more questions in the chat as well. This is one that I've also been asked on the social media, is about effectively inventory management, where if something sells on a marketplace, is there an option to delist it across all marketplaces, basically?
Yeah, it's a good question, and we get asked it a lot. The short answer is, look, it's extremely difficult to build a sort of a two-way working software with all the marketplaces. But what we can do in the short term, as a sort of a plaster fix until we can get deeper, is we'll have one button on Zipsale that lets you delist on all marketplaces that you've listed through on Zipsale. So all you need to do is, the moment you get a notification to say, hey, you've sold a pair of jeans on Depop, whatever the case is, you just need to pop in, hit one button to delist them on all the other marketplaces. So it's not automatic per se, but it will be very close to automatic. And you still get, I guess, the positiveness of being able to, increase the audience, in some cases 5-10-fold.
So that's a really good feature, especially when it comes to Depop, because the problem with Depop is when you want to take an item off, you actually have to find it. You have to scroll down through on your app through, if you've got 1,000 items listed, it could be right down there at the bottom. It takes time even to do that. I've got 150 items listed on Depop at the moment. If I want to find something, unless it's at the very top, it will take me, a good minute or so, possibly longer, to find it, and that's relying on me finding a tiny picture there to get it. It's a real pain. So just having that option, I think it's worth mentioning. Once you've listed something on Zipsale, it retains all those listings there. So as Bradley says, if you want to take something off, you've got that listed in your history there on Zipsale. You just go to that listing, click on the button.
Andrew, you touched on a good point, because it would be interesting to understand. We're trying to look at it now on the inventory side and how best we can help with that inventory management. It would be nice to know from the audience, how would you like to sort of cut and sort it? Would you like to archive things? Would you like to bring things up by title name or like a SKU number? It's, as we try and build the system, we want to make it as user-friendly as possible. And it's obviously, it's nice to understand, what's an easy way to do it, because as you say, you don't want to get to the point where you have 1,000 odd listings to scroll through to try and pick one out that you listed 3 months ago.
Yeah, certainly some kind of search. I don't use SKUs myself, because I just like have an autistic brain, so I just don't need SKUs. I know everything is what it is, but so I would use titles, but I know a lot of people use SKUs, particularly people who list on eBay use the custom SKU field there to store stuff. So it's certainly an option that I think people would be interested in, but it'd be good to see what the feedback from others is. Cafe's saying if you sell an item at 3 a.m. and asleep and it sells on another platform at 5, this is a problem that happens with any cross-listing, Cafe. This is, you know, I have this issue, but it's very, like, I've cross-listed across 3-4 different platforms before. Over 1,000+ items I've got listed at any one point in time, and I've never had an item that's sold concurrently across 2 platforms that quickly, to be honest. I do know a couple of people who've had. All they do is they message whoever bought it second and say, I'm really sorry, but this item is sold on another platform.
Yeah.
Yes, but we hope that eventually we will develop this auto delisting feature. So, but it's not that easy. And if you, and I actually saw one of the comments what eBay thinks about like Zipsale and everything, and it is like connected, because everything what we have in Zipsale mostly goes from API, which is an open source between eBay and Zipsale, Etsy and Zipsale. But some of the platforms like Depop or Vinted or even Facebook Marketplace, they don't have open API. It means that we need to somehow connect with them, and we cannot get this data on online basis. But for those who have an open API, we believe that one day we will develop this auto delisting feature. But for those who will be open through plugin, I think that it is possible, but it takes time. So we hope. But at least the convenience is you still work with multiple, majority of you work with multiple marketplaces still. It doesn't matter whether you work through Zipsale or yourself separately with different marketplaces. If you sell, you sell. Zipsale is like just a tool to list your items. And as Andrew mentioned, you can go and talk to your clients, and you can obviously go to Zipsale and delist all of your items manually without even going to those marketplaces tabs and everything. So it also something which is convenient.
Yeah.
I can actually show, if you would like, if we have time by the end of the video, I can show you my screen and share my screen and show how to delist and how to see and how to list as well.
Certainly. We'll take a couple more questions, and then I think it'd be useful to show that to people. So Sean is asking, is it UK only? He's asking that because he's based in the Republic of Ireland. So I think there's
so for the time being, it's UK only. Although for the Republic of Ireland, I'm not 100% sure. We haven't been asked that yet. It's UK only for now. But I'm not sure what would be the problem with you using it over there as well if you are using, you know, all of the marketplaces that we have. So I'll need to look into that and come back with a more firm answer. But my understanding is we're only UK now, but potentially he would be able to use it, yes.
And of course, if you're listed on eBay UK rather than eBay.ie, whatever it is, then you should be able to, because it's on eBay UK. So I know there's a few people based in the Republic of Ireland who list on eBay UK rather than eBay Ireland, because it's just a much better platform for them to use. Yeah. Damien had a question about retroactively pulling existing listings and publishing into other sites. So basically, if he's got 500 items on eBay, can he pull them all through the tool, get them listed?
Yes. So for eBay, you can, yes. So if you want to go through and there's stuff you want to list onto over to Etsy, you can send me a CSV file. You can download the CSV file. I guess what we would ask is that you quickly run through it and just knock out the things that you don't want to, I guess, cross-list. We can then cross-list it over, not a problem. It copies through all the data, the images, etc. So yes, we can do it. We're working to pull items from Etsy, but that should hopefully come soon.
Cool. My accountant is on here and he's asking about money, which is so hasn't Amazon got an API fee as well, so that might make Amazon tricky? I have no idea, Aaron.
They potentially will do, because they're based normally for the primary market. They potentially will do. We haven't, I guess, dived in too deep in terms of their integration yet, but once we have, we'll understand a little bit more and see if it'll be viable for I guess, for our audience.
Kathy's already thinking about when she'll get stuff wrong.
Fantastic. It's super easy. So at the bottom of Zipsale, there's a little orange chat button that you can click on. You'll likely speak to myself, Marilyn, or Maria. The team is still relatively small and we answer straight away. So yeah, you can go on there, you can contact there, or you can email myself. I'll follow up with my email. So it's really easy, and we're on hand to help. And especially in these early days, you know, it's important that we understand the feedback. And
Adoring Cure is asking if actually it will turn into its own marketplace as well at some point.
I mean, it would be fantastic too, because it means that we've done a really good job. But I think we're still a very long way off. You know, that it obviously is in the sites. You know, if in 3 or 4 or 5 years' time we have tons of people using us, we would effectively have all that inventory and could become a marketplace. But it's not on the cards at the moment, and we first need to just build a really strong tool that's useful.
Aaron has asked a question about whether you can specify different prices on different platforms. I think this is a feature that's been recently added.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. It's one of the plus points. If you want to test out new marketplaces, you may want to see if you could potentially charge a little bit more on some marketplaces for some items and other. And yeah, that's definitely a feature. And hopefully, you know, it'll direct where you guys put what. You know, that's the ultimate goal.
Yeah, and in addition to that, we actually have 2 parts. We have the item description and marketplaces description. So item description, it doesn't change like based on the marketplace you're selling. So that's what we try to map to cross post, and the only thing that you need to change is something which is related to particular marketplace. For example, on Etsy you might have different title because Etsy is completely SEO a platform, or you'd like to have different prices or different shipping. Obviously different platforms have different shipping options. Sometimes you have your own business policies and everything. So what we are trying to achieve is those things which are applicable to item. It will be on this basic item form. Not all of them are there. For example, brand, color, or don't remember which one, but we are working on that. So actually we're 5 months old and we try to develop. And Andrew, you've been with us, I don't remember, since March, right? Since the beginning, I think. Since February.
Yeah.
And you saw this progress.
I first started speaking to you guys in December, so
yeah.
Since the end of last year. So yeah, it's really good to see it, and each week it gets better and better based on the feedback of the people who are actually using it. There are quite a few people at the minute that are using it to list stuff for their business. I know some of the viewers will know Elaine Queenie. Queenie's Conquest. She is using it to run her eBay and her Etsy business through at the minute for a vintage clothing store, and she's a great fan.
And she's our regular user. She loves it. She never ever talked about bugs. Like overall, she had some issues, for example, and she messaged like maybe 1 or 2 messages. But yeah, she's great.
A couple of questions about other editions. Done Deal. I've never heard of that. And Nextdoor. I didn't even know Nextdoor was doing sales. So. Yeah, 2 platforms I'm not familiar there, but I think we sort of discussed earlier, Maria mentioned about that the platforms will be based on the demand from resellers. So if there's a lot of people want to use a particular platform because it's taking off. Isuzu, I think, is taking off at the minute. Then it's something that will be looked at. And Adoring Cure is asking about what about auction as opposed to buy it now. When I did the listing demonstration earlier, there was actually an option on that to list as auction. So I could have popped an item on as auction rather than fixed price. You get the choice, same as you do on eBay. But obviously, if you're putting something on, if you're then cross-listing it to Etsy, etc., there is no auction feature there. So you would have to specify the individual price for that item.
Nice.
Yeah, that's all the questions in the chat, unless I've missed some. Apologies if I've missed any questions. I've tried to weed out some of the duplicate ones because a few people have asked the same question because their brains are working at the same time. We've answered the main ones that were on the socials, but I know, Maria, you mentioned that you had a little demonstration that you wanted to pop up on screen.
Yeah, I don't know if it will work, but I hope, yes, I have some items which are listed as tests. Let me share my screen.
Oh, Kathy's got a question about pricing while we bring that up as well. I think I've seen some pricing on your website. I don't know if that's the latest set of pricing or not.
Yeah, so there's pricing on the website. I think as mentioned a couple of times, all the signups today and for the next couple of weeks get completely free, at least 3 months. We just want you guys to come on board and try it out, give us your feedback. Once we can see where we are as a company, we'll then firm up the pricing. But there is pricing on the website. But if you sign up, it's completely free for at least the next 3 months.
Cool. I've got Maria's screen share to bring on.
Is it fine? This is my first time. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, no, that's cool. It's up. I've put you on full screen.
Oh, great. So yeah, this is my Zipsale interface, and as you can see, I have a lot of tests and everything. So we've tested Depop today. I already have this plugin, and you can see listed Depop. So coming soon, and fingers crossed. So I just wanted to show you. This is what I was talking about. This is my cat actually. Using this a little bit strange photo. Yeah, so this is like basic details, and right now, as it is listed, we can see the link to the item right here. I hope I won't be banned by.
You're selling the cat.
Yes. Yeah. I think I've uploaded this as a draft. Yes. And obviously we have eBay, and I can delist it from Etsy. I can delist it from here, or I can delist it from the, so item has been delisted successfully, and I can show you how, I listed it as a draft. I can like list it as a draft and don't pay anything, obviously, and I can list it as a listing, and it will be listed with the listing fee.
So that's a useful feature, because I know a lot of people work from drafts initially, and then they upload all their drafts in one big splash. Don't know why they work that way. I don't, but I know a lot of people like to create stuff as drafts, play around with it a bit before they put it live.
Yeah, and as for eBay, we can also delist it from eBay form, as somebody asked about pricing and whether it is a fixed price or auction. Here it is, pricing details, which is a duplicate of eBay's form, shipping details, policies, and everything. So this is my eBay item link. So here it is, my cat for £10. Sorry. It is a test. I will delist, obviously. And if I go to my items, I can delist it from here. And as I said, you don't need to go to 10 different tabs. You just can go to Zipsale and delist all of your items from one place, which is a little bit more convenient than doing it separately. But I completely understand the frustration when you sell your item to like different buyers from different marketplaces, and especially if it happens with eBay, and you need to solve this case and talk to your clients. Yes, so that's what I wanted to show, that you basically can do that. And we have Shopify for those who have Shopify shop. It is not connected for myself because I don't run it, but I also have a test account on Shopify to test it as well. It is on beta stage, but still it can be listed to Shopify. So next week it will be 4 platforms: Etsy, eBay, Shopify, and Depop. And we all hope that you will join us and test it. That's why it's completely for free, as we're still developing, and we all understand that the first year of this development, especially with those major marketplaces, it is not that easy. But fingers crossed, we will help you to save time. And what we, for example, see with our regular users, they already told us they've increased their inventory turnover and the speed of sale. And obviously it saves a lot of time for them who especially use Etsy and eBay. So people already have this result. But as I've mentioned, I think thousands of times, as we are a startup, we are building it with our own pace, and we hope that you'll enjoy it.
I saw there was one question: is it for secondhand items only? It's obviously designed for secondhand items, but it's not sort of strictly for secondhand items. Although the product essentially was built for that. The mapping is a little bit different, but it's not strictly for secondhand products.
I've listed brand new products using it before with the EAN number filled out, etc. Obviously, that was just for eBay because Etsy, I don't do handmade new stuff, so I only do vintage for Etsy. But yeah, I've listed new stuff on TD. On
Etsy you can only sell vintage. And actually, we've developed a presentation with a description of different marketplaces in the UK, and those guys who will join us and subscribe to our newsletter, we will send out this presentation so you can go through different marketplaces, understand their fees. We've collected a lot of useful information, their handbooks, and how to start working with multiple marketplaces, and which one to choose, which items is better to be sold on this one or that one. So if you want this information, just subscribe to us and we will send it out.
Cool, brilliant. And Chris wants to do drafts on eBay.
That's a good one. I think that let me check. Very interesting one. I have never had this question before.
No.
I think that no.
I was going to say no.
No.
I just try to do it, and I can list it to draft.
So if you need that feature, so basically you can create a draft on Zipsale, and you can use Zipsale as an inventory management platform as well, because it's not only like, I don't know how you guys manage your inventory, maybe in XLS file, maybe you don't manage them, your items. But Zipsale is also a good platform because you have your photos, you have the description and everything, and it can be, your items can be drafted over there. So, so that's how it works at the moment.
And I think one thing as well, one advantage, if quite often, like how I take pictures, for example, has evolved a lot over the past year. I used to take pictures of stuff on mannequins for clothing. I now do flat lays because that's what the market. Well, I don't do modeling shots because look at me. But I do flat lays now. So I've been slowly changing my pictures to be new of stuff that's older stuff that hasn't sold. With it being in Zipsale, you can just go in, change the pictures there, and it'll change it across all the marketplaces for you. They'll make that change, which is again another time saver. So if you want to alter one listing, you don't have to alter it on 5 different places. You can just do it in one place, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Chris has got a question about video function. I've never even used the video function on Depop, but you can upload videos now on Depop, which I think eBay is supposed to be doing that as well soon.
Etsy as well.
Yeah.
Video function is not available at the moment, but we will develop it for sure. I also saw some questions. I don't know if we've answered them. Is it only for clothes? But it actually for all of the items out there, because our directory is based on the eBay directory, and that's why you can use it for different categories of items. Obviously, if you upload some furniture, it's like the very low probability that you can sell it on Depop. Though Depop recently launched, not recently, like a long time ago already, launched different categories rather than clothing, but still it's not like the proper place to sell heavy furniture, for example.
I do know people who've sold sofas on Depop before. It can be done. But, I don't know what category they put it in because
it depends what price it was, and it depends on everything. Yeah, but lucky for them, it's a rare case.
Yeah.
I use it on a pair of expensive. Chris has been doing videos of his trainers for Depop apparently. I've never bothered with it. I've barely got time to take pictures, let alone do videos. But I guess if that's what people start wanting, buyers, that is, customers start wanting, and that's something I'll have to do. Buenos Dias, Amputee Adventures. TD's asking about multiple items. So basically, if you've got the same item, but you've got a quantity of 10 of them.
So the thing, when you have like 10 10 versions or variations of one brand,
so like I've got 10 of these.
Okay.
So I would do one listing on an eBay. I would set the quantity to 10, so that I didn't have to relist it every time it sold.
Yeah, just change your quantity from 1 to 10, and if you're talking about multiple items, like maybe bulk uploading or bulk import, if this is what was questioned about, then right now we can upload your eBay items to Zipsale, so you can cross-post to Etsy, and the next week we hope you can cross-post it to Depop as well. And you just need to send us this CSV from Depop, and that's it. It will be available. This function will be available, I think, maybe next month, and you can do it yourself. And right now it's manually, but it takes a couple of days for us to fetch your items to Zipsale. It also depends on the amount of items, because we have some resellers who ask us to upload more than 3,000 items.
Yeah. I've only got 1,175 at the minute, so too much of a challenge.
And Andrew, out of that amount, how much are on both eBay and Depop? Like, how much are you currently doing?
So So they're all on eBay at the minute. In fact,
Yeah.
1174. They're all on eBay at the minute. On Depop, it's probably about 10% of that, I think, because obviously I just put my clothing on Depop, and even that, it's only stuff that I know will sell on there. 141 listings on Depop at the minute, apparently.
Okay.
And then I do Facebook Marketplace as well, but I think I've only got 30 or so on there at the minute.
Fun. So yeah, I mean, a tool like this should hopefully, once it's sort of fully up and running and stable, to really add value, at least in that listing process.
So this week I've been listing clothing as part of a challenge with the resellers to list. Well, say clothing. I've been listing stuff, mostly clothing. But the resellers, you can list the most stuff, of value and items. And I've just been putting it all on eBay because I literally haven't had the time to put it onto Depop as well. So I've got a backlog of about 50 items that I need to put on Depop. If I had this tool, they'd be on Depop now. I wouldn't have to worry, but because I haven't, at the weekend now, I'm going to have to list what will probably be 100 things by then on Depop. It's going to take me a few hours to go through and do that, go through that process, a couple of hours probably.
Yeah.
That'd all be time that would be saved.
Yeah.
You add that up over a course of a month, you're looking at a couple of days worth of extra listings that you could be doing in that time. So,
yeah,
that which potentially could be a couple of grand's worth of stock.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, look, this is hopefully, the case studies that will start to come in. It's sort of in this real life scenario where, I guess we aim to add the value. Yeah, it'll be exciting to hear. We'll definitely let you know when it's obviously open for testing, and you can give us your feedback.
Cool. I think we've reached all of the. We have gone through all the questions I've got here on the socials. I don't know if anyone in the chat has got any more questions that they want to ask. I think we've covered up.
I actually, if I may ask the audience some questions. I don't know if it's appropriate, but guys, do you sell on multiple marketplaces? Do you find this tool useful for you? And what do you think, in general, about this venture that we decided to run?
So there's a little bit of a lag between StreamYard and YouTube, so it'll probably take about 10 or so seconds for people to hear that question.
Makes sense.
And then of course they'll type in a response, which could take
hopefully good
some of the typing, but yeah.
No, they will say no, we won't use it. We don't want to save any time.
But for me personally, it would save me so much time. eBay, Depop, and I've done Etsy. I don't really get on with Etsy. I'm not very SEO friendly though, to be honest. So that's probably in part why. But also, stuff I have just is more targeted to generation Z now.
Yeah.
Rather than Etsy, but Sean's saying it thinks it's a brilliant tool that saves so much time for him. Sean's the quickest typer.
Also, just for anyone that's interested, we obviously said, look, it's at least completely free for the next 90 days. When you go to sign up, we don't ask for any other information other than a quick email address and your name. One of the team or myself personally will be in touch with you either tomorrow or Friday. Just to answer any questions that you've got. So yeah, just as a heads up. And I know that we are doing some sort of giveaway as well tomorrow in the newsletter. So it's a good time to sign up and definitely give it a try.
Yeah, we actually giving away 10 different options of resellers tools. So if you guys want to participate, just sign up and list your items, and all the information will be in our newsletter and also on our social media. So subscribe, and it will be a giveaway completely for free. You need to try it. When we have a lot of feedback we can develop it in a proper way. So without Andrew or other early adopters, it will be very difficult for us. I'm so grateful that we all grateful in Zipsale that people from resellers community joined us right in the beginning, and they were so back resistant people who constantly gave us this feedback. And the more information we have from you, the better the product will become.
Yeah. I think
one of the advantages as well is that it will encourage people to try new platforms, because at the minute, they haven't got time to put to put stuff on places like Facebook, Vinted, Depop, etc. They've always wanted to try it, but it's just, it takes so much time and effort to, especially when you don't know the platform, you don't know how to create a listing on it. You've got a tool that knows how to create a listing for you, so you don't have to worry about that. You're just clicking a button, maybe filling an extra few fields that are required by that marketplace, and it's done.
Yeah, and I think one of the things is, unfortunately, a lot of this is sales is a numbers game, and if you have more people looking at the item, the chances of selling it are generally going to be greater. And I don't think many resellers mind what platform it sells on, as long as it sells and ships at a good price. So yeah, hopefully bridging that gap.
And one question from Chris: has it been a lot more complex than you expected?
I'll let Maria, do you want to take that one?
Oh my God, it is. I don't want you to that you could. I already told so many times that it was so tough, and so I'm so embarrassed and everything. To be honest, I'm not that embarrassed, because during this period we've done a lot. We actually are one of the members of Charity Retail Association. We support charities, and we so recently we had a webinar with them, and we have, for example, British Red Cross as one of our loyal customers. As soon as we develop the platforms that they use, we've already reached the I would say the stage of the development when we don't have too many bugs. At first, it is obviously a very, very frustrating process. But what we have at the moment is not an ideal product. We know that, and we are working on all the issues. Sometimes it takes time, sometimes it is very quick, and we have our ups and downs. We are a startup, and it's an IT startup. And from technological point of view, it is a very, I would say, back-end development tough product. I've explained you need to map and match everything. And for example, on Etsy, colors from tech point of view might be numbers, and on eBay it might be words, and you need to create this microservice which you map everything. So and there is no artificial intelligence at the moment for this task. There is no universal tech solution how to map things. It doesn't matter whether it's Zipsale or different industry. So we do that manually, and obviously there is a human factor involved as well. So, but we're trying.
I've done that job for government before. Made my eyes bleed.
Yeah.
Mapping. So I was a scrum manager some time ago, and I was pitching in with the development team quite often. So yeah, not pleasant. And that was integrating like government IT systems were built in the 80s that didn't even know what an API was. So,
yeah.
Cool. Do you have a YouTube video or similar showing how? I did a fantastic demonstration earlier, TD. It went,
fantastic, yeah.
So yeah, we do have a YouTube channel. We've also, as you go into, when you sign up, there's a little screen that says tutorials. You can go in there. There's tons of videos, and as I said, the little orange button at the bottom, it'll pretty much be answered 24/7. So loads of support and help.
It might be. Sorry, Maria, go on.
I just wanted to tell that there is a short video just on the landing page if you go to Zipsale Co UK, and there is a longer one. Actually, Brad recorded it, like 9 minutes video if you have time, how it works. And I also put there the things that we have right now and the thing that we want to have in a couple of months. So it will be very transparent for you. And that's why we don't charge anything, because we believe that in a couple of months, the platform will be developed and evolved in a new stage of and the new value for you guys. That's why it's not reasonable to charge for what we have, rather than just for you to test it and remember us and try to give it a shot, even if it might be not that simple in the beginning. But as Bradley mentioned, we have this support, and any question, just message us, and we're pretty much available even during the weekend, even during weekends.
The exciting thing for me from the product side is look, the mapping and obviously all of that has been extremely hard to build and going into the marketplaces, but I think it's the bit that comes after that. So we have users on, a lot of them like to use, let's just say Depop, Facebook Marketplace, and eBay. They're using it, but where else can we then sort of add value? Is it on the inventory side? You know, where else, so over and above, so people don't just like to cross list, but it's actually a really useful tool in terms of, you know, looking after their products, or, you know, that sort of side is going to be exciting when, you know, when we get to that stage.
I think people are looking for like a one-stop place that they can manage their whole business from. Basically, I think that's what people want long term. At the minute, I'm just happy to get stuff listed in more than one place. But yeah, it might be useful me just bringing the website up on screen and just showing that to people as well, so people have got that, they know where it is and can see it. So
perfect.
I'll just fetch that up on the screen share now for everyone. Yeah, there we go. It should be full screen. Ignore my Depop store there. So this is the Zipsale website.
Yeah.
It's the first page you come to, zipsale.co.uk. Dead easy to remember that. You've got the option there to try it for free, or you've got the sign up at the top right. I'm a top right man, but we won't go into user interface design. Signing up, dead easy. I'm already logged in, so I can't sign up, but
yeah, you can log out, and yeah, then the process will be
Of course, there we go. Log out there. Just nicely show everyone my test email address. Sign up now. You can type in your email address.
Yeah.
Type in a password. Click on sign up. It's that easy. Obviously, I'm already registered. Right, click sign up.
Yeah.
A few personal details. So your name, phone number. These are company name, websites, optional in your platforms, etc. But if we just go Phil.
And I think just while you're here as well, Andrew, it's good to mention for those. So just to be clear, what Zipsale will do, it'll help, you know, with the item creation. So with the images and the descriptions and all of that information. I guess what we don't get involved with, which is a lot easier for resellers, is any on the financial side. So you would still have your accounts directly with eBay and, you know, with Depop, etc. They would still pay you in their normal payment terms. We don't get involved in any of that. It's purely just a sort of a data transfer, if you could use it like that.
Yeah, of course. And here's your YouTube video. So that came up straight away as I signed up.
Yeah.
If we skip that, you can connect your marketplaces here. It's as simple as just logging into it. I wish I could remember my Etsy details. Well, actually, it's already there, pre-populated. So, can't do that.
Anyway. Just your luck.
Passwords just don't like me at the minute. But yeah, if we go back to the Zipsale website, we've got how it works.
Yeah.
Again, more videos here. Current features and ones coming along. There's an FAQ section, so I'm sure people have got more.
Actually, FAQ is under development right now, and I think in a couple of days we will publish a new version, which will be more convenient using Zendesk, and a lot of useful steps and short videos of like 1 minute. How to delist, how to list, how to copy an item, how to archive your item, and everything.
Fantastic. Car Boot Chris used to do 60-second videos, but they were 2.5 minutes long. So hopefully they'll be actually a minute long. But yeah, and then you've got the pricing, which I think, as you said, is under review at the minute, but 3 months free, as you can see there.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah, nice, really nice, clean website there, which I'm sure people can have a look at and play around.
Yeah.
If something sells, if you created a listing, I would suggest that you've created a listing. I'm not quite following the question there, Kathy, to be honest, because you've created the listing, whether it sells or not, that's up to yourself as the seller.
Yeah.
I think
we don't charge any listing fee just in case. So we have a subscription basis model, but as Bradley mentioned, we at this point it will be 90 days for free, and after 90 days we're still considering, we're still thinking on the pricing, but the proposal that we have, the offer that we have now, it's £19 per month for those who upload up to 200 items per month. With 3 marketplaces, and £39 for those who upload up to 1,000 items per month. And if you work with large numbers, and it will obviously influence our system as well and our capacities and on Google Cloud and everything, we will discuss it separately on individual basis. But we try to find this balance when you guys see the result of using Zipsale, that you have saved your time and you spend it on something which is more productive and useful in order to grow your business, find some other items, increase your inventory turnover. It's not only, so the thing is, overall, within a year, we want to build a platform for resellers, not only to list your items, but also to manage your items, to value your items, to understand how to price them on different marketplaces. Obviously, there are youngsters on Depop, and there are like mature women on some other marketplaces, as they say. For example, Vinted is the platform for your mom. It's a joke, obviously. But still, what we want to achieve is the full closed, I would say, ecosystem for you guys, for resellers, because what we want to achieve is that you can have this ability to work smart. And when I started researching this industry secondhand, I felt so like, I felt that it was not fair that traditional e-commerce, primary market, they have a lot of multi-channel solutions, different software and everything. But people who sell secondhand, regularly, professionals, pro resellers, vintage, charity, secondhand shops, they don't have proper tools, and it is unfair. And for myself, it was some kind of, I didn't understand why. Now I understand why, because it's very difficult to build. But but still, that's the thing. We want to build this system, and as many, I would say, as much feedback we get from you, the better the system will be. We've experienced it with people who helped us, and Andrew as well.
Just one. I saw something coming from Anna. No, so the items you have on eBay won't automatically be cross-listed. You can download a CSV file from eBay and let us know the ones that you would like to pull into Zipsale, so that it's already there, and then you can go on and cross-list it to eBay and over to Etsy and potentially Depop soon as well. So the answer is no. You would need to send us what you would like automatically sort of pulled from eBay.
Cool. Can't see any more questions in the chat, so I think we've come to the end. Was there anything more, Bradley, Maria, that you wanted to cover? I think we've gone through quite a lot in that hour. It's been really useful.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, from my side, I think we've covered most. It's exciting to start obviously testing Depop. So if you've got any questions, you can reach out to me, Bradley at Zipsale.co.uk, or just sign up, and either myself or Marilyn will be in touch with you tomorrow.
Fantastic. All right. Thanks both. Thank you for that, and thank you everyone in the chat for joining us. Like Bradley and Maria said, if you've got any feedback, etc., any features in marketplaces that you'd like considered, the other guys are really keen to hear that. See, I've got that. Sign up to Zipsale. Bradley will be in contact, and you can always drop me a message or a comment, and I'll pass it on if needed as well.
Great. Well, thank you, Andrew. Appreciate it, and thanks to everyone who's joined.
Nice.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.